Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Spirit of Prophecy podcast. Appreciate you joining me on this Friday. Hope you got a blessing from the programs this week, and stay tuned. I'm sure we'll have another exciting week coming next week. But what I want to do today, I want to kind of continue a thought from yesterday. Yesterday, we looked at men like John Hagee, Robert Breaker, all these people that are always just playing to this desire for fantasy as a way to just make a profit on people. But what's so dangerous about these guys is they're not using things that everyone knows is fantasy. They're taking things from the scripture and they are making it like current events are that are happening right now are the fulfilling of these prophecies, because it's something that we all want to believe. We all want to believe Jesus is about to come back, and we do believe he's coming back someday. But you have no right to go saying that something is a fulfillment of prophecy when it is not. That is a dangerous thing to do. You overthrow the faith of people when you do that. Do not say things are fulfillment of prophecy when they're not. That is an awful thing to do, but yet it happens, and it continues to happen. It will continue to happen, and you need not be deceived by these things. It is so important. So what we're going to do today, I'm going to play two videos for you for the program today that I've done in the past where we see this very type of thing. There are things that the Bible prophesies that are still to come in the future that people will, because people are looking for those things, they will see something similar take place in the world somewhere, or maybe even in a location that the Bible mentions. And then they will announce to you that this is it, that this is the fulfillment of this. And because it's something that the Bible speaks of, and then they tell you this is a biblical event unfolding, people are very prone to believing it. But the reality is these people are just trying to make merchandise of you. They're wanting to just get the clicks. They're trying to get the following on YouTube. And I'm telling you, you got to watch out. People who lead you to believe a prophecy is being fulfilled when it is not are people that you should not be listening to. And so in both of these videos, I show just a method that I use to show that no, nothing's happening right now. These are the same stories being recycled over and over again. And we are going to continue to see this type of thing where something happens in the news. Something happens in Israel, and someone is going to come along and they're going to tell you this is prophecy being fulfilled right before our eyes. And it's not. It's not prophecy being fulfilled before our eyes. They are lying to you. They are dead wrong. They are batting 0% in their predictions. And so just real quickly before we go to these videos, I do want to show you this because I just thought, what are people saying is going to happen right now this week? What are people saying is going to happen just this month? And I think I did a YouTube search just for prophecies being fulfilled, and I saw a bunch of things about the 7-year covenant being confirmed. And so I searched that, and man, there are all kinds of videos. The 7-year covenant confirmed with many. This is the thing everybody's going to be getting you hyped up about over the next month. 7 years of covenant confirmed with many. September 2013. Rapture 2023. 7-year covenant update. Fall feast. Every year around the Feast of Trumpets, stuff like this gets going. The UN 7-year plan, prophetically significant. The last 7 years, 2023 to 2030. And we got Robert Breaker 2 months away. Jesus coming very soon. And I've not watched any of his videos on this. I don't know what people are saying is their reason for believing these things are about to take place. And frankly, I'm just not real interested. It's like, oh, are you sure you don't want to check and see what's about to happen? You know, what's going on in the UN? No, I really don't want to do that, because I'm telling you, when you look at the characters who are promoting these ideas, they're all garbage, false prophets. They're all the YouTubers looking for clicks. In fact, on those videos I'm going to show you, I go on Facebook. You can do a search for something, search by post, search by year, and you can go back and you'll find other things. And here's one on Prophecy News Watch Peace with many, with all 22 Arab states, makes peace with Israel. Jared Kushner, senior advisor to U.S. President Donald Trump, said in an interview published on Tuesday that he believes it is possible that all 22 Arab states will make peace with Israel and that a fourth Arab country could normalize relations with Israel within months. And I'm not even going to read this whole article, but I think this was from 2020 or 2019. I'm not sure. The Facebook post was from 2020. But folks, first off, Jesus already confirmed the covenant with many. But dispensationalism has taught that the Antichrist will confirm a covenant with many for 7 years. And so any type of covenant that takes place or any type of agreement that takes place in Israel, people associate it with that. Are you not getting tired of that? How many remember the picture of Bill Clinton standing there next to, it was Yasser Arafat, and I forgot who the prime minister was at the time. I remember seeing it in magazines, in the grocery store. I remember seeing all these things everywhere that people were wondering, was this the covenant being confirmed with me? I mean, that was in the 90s. How long are you going to keep letting people get you all excited about these things? You say, well, this is just us looking for the return of Christ. I showed you yesterday. We look for the return of Christ. We prepare for the return of Christ by doing the things he commanded us to do in the first century, living godly, winning souls, being obedient to his commandments. Stop letting these people lead you up a creek. And so watch these two videos. One is about the red heifer that they're still trying to get us excited about. And the other one is about the Euphrates River drying up. And when you just see these things, it'll show you just kind of how to, before you get excited about some prophecy that's supposedly being fulfilled, just do a simple search. It's the same story recycled over and over again. So appreciate you joining me today. Hope you enjoy these videos. Hey everyone, Pastor Tommy McMurtry from Liberty Baptist in Rock Falls. Just want to make a quick video about the big news of the red heifer that is in Israel. This is big news again, and I'm just here to tell everyone, chill out. Please don't send me these articles asking me what this means, because frankly, I'm kind of tired of that. We go through this every year and people get all hyped up about it and they never learn their lesson. And here's a post I've been seeing going all over Facebook. Says extraordinary celebration with the arrival of 5 pure red heifers in Israel an hour ago at the cargo section of Ben Gurion Airport, the first time in nearly 2,000 years. Simply incredible. And notice in these pictures too, we've got rabbis and Israeli flags. And whenever they are ready to deceive you and get prophecy people all excited, there's always those Israeli flags, and it just gets people's attention, even Baptists. And it gets my attention too, but I'm always ready for deception. And so, folks, how many times are you going to get excited about this same story? This is nothing more than hype to keep you looking at Israel. And even Baptists will tell you, you want to know what's going on in Bible prophecy, just keep your eyes on Israel. No, that is not how we do things. We should always keep our eyes on Jesus Christ. And you've got to stop constantly being deceived by this stuff. Let's go, and I'm just going to show you. This is not a new thing. I've been seeing this kind of story since I was a teenager. And yet everybody still acts like it's the first time. So here's a story from August 9th, 2015. Says the Temple Institute wants to raise $125,000 to breed holy cows and use in ancient and future hopes for purification rites. So it's talking about getting the red heifers ready. This was back in 2015, and people were getting all excited about that. But then here we see it says end of the world, red heifer prophecy unfolds in big third temple update, claims preacher. This is in August 27th, 2020. We see in 2019, March 21st, another red heifer born in Israel, and the king is coming. Boy, this just means it's about to happen any moment. Here's one in 2018, first red heifer born in 2,000 years, signals end of days. I mean, every year we get this. Okay, now here's what I did on Facebook. I went on Facebook And if you just, all you have to do is go on there, do a search by post, and then you can search by year. And here is 2019, and you'll see the third temple. Religious Jews believe Israel cannot build its third temple without the ashes of a qualified red heifer. Israel has not possessed a qualified red heifer for 2,000 years, but now the rabbis think they have one. That was in 2019. And then here we go. End of days Bible prophecy fulfilled after birth of red heifer in Israel. So that was 2019. Here's 2018. Prophecy alert. Red heifer born in Israel. Many claim harbinger of Messiah. That was back when everybody was talking about harbinger because of Rabbi Khan. And here's that same video. Same thing. August 2018. We got a red heifer born in Israel. Here is 2017. Exciting news flash. The Temple Institute has exciting news to report. The Institute has been working quietly but diligently since founding its Raise Red Heifer project 2 summers ago, working with local cattlemen. The Institute has established multiple locations throughout Israel where herds are being established and to raise potential red heifers in suitable environments. So that was, so we've just got more, raising red heifers in the land of Israel. We've got 2016. Several months ago, the Temple Institute was delighted to announce the birth of a perfect red heifer. I mean, we can go on here. I went all the way back to 2009. Red heifer, Israel today. There's quite a bit of excitement in the air regarding the recent birth of a red heifer in Israel. This news has rocked the world in a way that it doesn't fully realize yet. So, folks, just over and over again, you're letting them recycle this story. This is all about hyping up things in Israel. This is all about promoting Zionism. And this is about deception. Now, again, for unsaved Jews to get hyped up about this, I mean, it's ridiculous that they let them get them hyped up every year. Okay, that's really ridiculous. But, you can understand their deception with them being lost. What I don't understand is saved people getting excited about this. To see Jews excited about a red heifer that they say is necessary for certain sacrifices should be offensive to us as Christians. It should be offensive to those of us who love Jesus Christ. Because look what it says in Hebrews chapter 9 and verse 11. But Christ being come and high priest of good things to come by a greater and more perfect tabernacle, not made with hands, that is to say, not of this building. We don't care about a coming temple. Neither by the blood of goats and calves, but by his own blood, he entered in once into the holy place, having obtained eternal redemption for us. For if the blood of bulls and of goats and the ashes of an heifer, sprinkling the unclean, sanctify to the purifying of the flesh, how much more shall the blood of Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to God, purge your conscience from dead works to serve the living God? And for this cause he is the mediator of the New Testament, that by means of death, for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament, they which are called might receive the promise of eternal inheritance. And ladies and gentlemen, we should not keep our eyes on Israel. We should not keep our eyes on the Jews. We should keep our eyes on Jesus Christ. And when you understand Jesus Christ replaced all of those offerings, he replaced the temple, he replaced the sacrifices with his body, then for us to see Jews getting excited about a red heifer, it should break your heart. It should upset you that they are still in rebellion and denying the Messiah. They are still rejecting the offering of Jesus Christ and are trying to replace him with something that never worked before, and it will never work in the future. Stop getting excited about this. This is not Bible prophecy being fulfilled. This is end times deception. This is Zionist deception, and you should ignore it. And anytime somebody brings this up, you know what you ought to do? You ought to point them to Hebrews chapter 9. Jesus Christ, his blood is far better than the ashes of a red heifer. And I think we all know that, but yet somehow y'all are getting all excited about this stuff and sharing it like prophecies being fulfilled before our eyes. No, if any prophecy is being fulfilled, it's the prophecies about deception and about people being deceived. And that's all that's going on with that. Don't fall for that stuff. Keep your eyes not on Israel, on Jesus Christ. God bless you. We'll see y'all next time. Hello, everyone. I'm Pastor Tommy McMurtry from Liberty Baptist Church, and I wanted to make a video talking about the drying up of the river Euphrates. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. The river Euphrates is drying up, and this has got to be a fulfillment of prophecy, right? It says in Revelation 9:14, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And also in Revelation 16:12, it says, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, out of the false prophet, out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth into the kings of the earth and the whole world to gather them to the battle of the great day of God Almighty. Is it happening? Is this it? Is the prophecies being fulfilled? Or is our timeline wrong? What's going on here? And right here, you'll see there's a bunch of videos on YouTube about the Euphrates drying up. You know, something has emerged. Look at these caves they found. Look at this tunnel that they found. And some are saying these look like holding places, like jail cells. These things were not seen before. This could be where the angels were bound. And so archaeologists are finding all kinds of stuff. Supposedly they're hearing some scary groans and cries that are coming from these caves. And so what is going on? And there's a lot of videos about this on YouTube. Here's another one showing a very familiar looking cave that's been opened up. That's already got a nice staircase made up and lighting. Interesting, when I watched this video, I thought this staircase looks awful familiar. This is one from a video I did. You'll notice the same kind of staircase. That's cool, you did. Right there in the cave going to Hezekiah's tunnel. So, folks, here's what you got to understand about stuff like this. I do not want to be a killjoy and ruin everybody's excitement about Bible prophecy being fulfilled before our eyes. I'm the last one that wants to do anything like that. But you've got to understand, when it comes to some of the prophecies in the Bible that are pretty specific, there's always going to be people out there just looking for clicks on YouTube that are going to take any story that they can and try to make it like prophecies being fulfilled. And we want it to be true. We want it to be the reality. But a lot of times these people are taking just stock footage from other places. Some of these videos, pictures and images and things are showing they're not even involved with the Euphrates River. It doesn't take a whole lot of research to figure out where a lot of these things are from. I mean, I literally recognized one of the places. I mean, it might not be, maybe they've already built a staircase there, but it looks an awful lot like the one in Hezekiah's tunnel. I'm not saying for sure it's it, but you know, either way, we've got to understand there's always the prophecy gurus out there who need some new material. You know, you've got all these YouTube channels out there that need traffic continually coming, anything to get subscribers. It doesn't really matter to them. And I want to show you another thing too. You might remember when I did this, because every year there's a new excitement about the red heifer. You know, they finally found the red heifer, and I showed a video how that story gets recycled every year. And I did a Facebook search where you can search posts by year, and you can see that this has been going on for years. And so people have been asking me about this Euphrates River drying up thing. And so I finally looked into it and said, and I was immediately recognizing that a lot of the footage and stuff they're using isn't even legit, isn't even real. Some of these are old videos, old pictures, and they're acting like, no, this stuff all has been happening since last year, 2022. But what I did, I went to Facebook, and I did a search. I searched Euphrates River drying up, and you can search posts by year. And so obviously in 2023, there's a lot of stuff about the Euphrates River drying up. But then also, if we go to 2022, same thing. Oh man, look at that. The river's making an omega sign. That's got to mean something right there, right? And so here's a video too showing that the tunnels that are being mysteriously found as a result of these rivers drying up. And some of that stuff might be legit. I don't know for sure. I just know some of it for sure is not legit. We've got, and so most of these stories started in 2022, but here even in 2021, Euphrates River is going to dry up. And so then we can go back to 2020. River Euphrates is drying up. Here's the thing for 2020, Euphrates River drying up. We've got, this is 2019 pictures, Euphrates River drying up. In 2012, Euphrates River drying up. New York Times notes connection, the book of Revelation and time. Man, it was even in the New York Times. Euphrates River drying up back in 2012. This is a problem for all our timelines that we have going here. Here's 2011. Same thing. Same picture. What is going on here? And then 2010. Euphrates River is drying up. Third temple being built in Israel. 2,000 years since last temple was destroyed. This is now 2010. And so obviously, same stories being recycled every year. Same gullible people eating it up, thinking something's about to happen. And don't get me wrong, folks. I do believe in the events of Revelation. I do think there's something to come. But I think whenever these things really start happening, you're going to see more of a cover-up of these things than just these mass announcing of these things. Because, they're not going to want you knowing what's going on. There's going to be a lot of deception going on during that time. And either way, these are just recycled stories. So what I think is going on with Euphrates River drying up, I think it's just drying up because, they've built a lot of dams. They're using a lot of water. There's droughts and things. There's natural reasons for it. But also, too, there's still a lot of the Euphrates River that has tons of water still. I don't know exactly where the spot needs to dry up for those armies to cross. I do believe that's something that's going to happen in the future, but just the fact that it's drying up right now in certain places doesn't mean these things are coming to pass. It could be a sign that we're getting close, but the truth is too, what I think will probably cause certain parts of the Euphrates River to dry up too, and a lot of things to change, is if something happens with some of these dams and things that they've built out there. And I know I've read stories before about how some of them are in bad shape and could go at any time. So that, when it comes to anything that involves a biblical location and Bible prophecy, there will always be people hyping up stories around these things. And we got to be careful not to get too sucked into these things. And so I don't believe anything necessarily big is happening, not because it doesn't fit with my timeline. I obviously, according to my theology, according to my timeline, we are not going to be here when the Euphrates River dries up. But that's not proof. My timeline is not proof of anything. We're all speculating. We're all doing our best we can when it comes to figuring out the timelines of the thing in Revelation. But who knows? I also think we're going out at the sixth seal, according to my timeline and my theology. What if the sixth seal, sixth vial, and sixth trumpet are all kind of connected, and maybe it is that close? I don't know. Here's the thing. We should always be ready, no matter what. No matter what your theology is, you should always be ready for the return of Christ. But we should always remember, too, that there will always be false prophets out there trying to deceive. And there will always be just people desperate for attention on the internet, just trying to get YouTube clicks. And they will misuse footage. They will take stock footage of places that aren't even related. And they will say whatever they need to say to drive you to their channel. And so watch out for that kind of stuff. In the meantime, just stay focused on being about our Father's business and serving the Lord. And when it really starts going down, I think we'll know it. But I do not believe that the sixth trumpet is sounding or the sixth vial is being poured out. Now, if a third of the world starts getting killed here real soon, because of armies crossing the Euphrates River, I don't know. Maybe I'll rethink my timeline a little bit. But either way, I just wanted to share this with you. A lot of goofy hype, but anytime you see some new headline where news is breaking, we've got the red heifer, talks about the temple being rebuilt, whatever, just go on Facebook, do a search like that, and you'll find out these stories get recycled every year. These are just people trying to get traffic to their internet pages, YouTube channels, Facebook, whatever. So don't fall for it. So I hope this was a help to you. God bless you. We'll see y'all next time. Well, I hope those videos were a help and a blessing to you. I hope you're tired of getting duped. I hope you're tired of going on wild prophecy chases or wild goose chases on Bible prophecy. Learn your lesson, people. Stop listening to these people that are telling you it's coming to pass when it clearly isn't come to pass. These are prophecy people who need new material, so you will keep coming back to them on social media or even preachers. They want to keep booking meetings and they need new material. They're tired of preaching the same old stuff from the Bible, so they have to make these current events to be something that they're not, and you love it. It gets you so hyped up. It gets you so excited. You love it. Well, listen, if you're looking for that kind of entertainment, go to Hollywood. Go watch Lord of the Rings. Go watch that kind of junk. Don't use God's word to fulfill that type of carnal lust. And definitely don't let these preachers get away with it. So thank you for watching this. We'll see you all next time.